the function for this implementation is as shown below. So then now here you have the codes for that. Let me just share that. We just putting some code for the purpose of displaying what I'm talking about here. Putting in some open code in my page, just showing the idea of what we are talking about. So then you show that. You can add them as either code extracts or something, but this is still okay. So code extracts for the log in page. Something like that. Please notice the code that you're putting here, you're not going to put for me every code that you have in your page. The code you're putting here is the code that does the most important thing, the one that you have written yourself, not the code that is generated by the IDE or by the system. It's the code that you yourself has written. You are the one who has written it. So, and then you'll present a discussion about that code. So this is what I'm saying. It's implemented. The function for this implementation is shown below. And then you go ahead and say, function takes the function. So you give us maybe my function takes 2 parameters and checks and connects sorry. I had sorry. So this is what I'm saying. This is what you have. So I'm saying the function takes 2 parameters and returns a Boolean value. Returns a Boolean value. So then you can say this implementation follows the design pattern DAO. So then you give us the idea of what this is. This design pattern follows DAO data access objects. Yeah, follows. No, what I want to do this follows the design pattern data access objects in bracket DAO. In brackets DAO that separates the data access from business logic of the system. So this is the kind of discussion that I want to see on the implementation. You should take me on the journey of the way you did the code. So notice this. I'm more concerned about this discussion. Rest of you put just the most important screenshot. Just the most important screenshot, not, and then the code extract also put the most important and make sure that you discuss them. So you can say figure 6.2 shows the figure 6.2 is the demonstration of the function accessing the database, something like that. So that's what I want to see. This chapter is not usually so big. It's not usually like say 4 pages is sufficient, but it shows I should be able to get a feel of what you are designing, how your system looks like. This is where you do that. And it connects what you proposed in the design and what you are implementing so that you can show this is what I proposed, this is what I've done. And then once you are done with that, now, that's when we have the conclusion also, and then we go to chapter 7, which is supposed to be evaluation. So this is another. So conclusion, of course, should be following there. This should be on its own page. And it's sent. So then this is where now we talk of testing, of the system testing. So you talk of black box testing, you talk of white box testing, yeah, and you present how you did the white box test, the black box and the white box testing. White box testing, I want you to do unit testing, just a bit of testing around your functionality. So of course, unit testing is about just picking a module that is important, testing it. And then you give your personal, so after testing, after evaluation testing, then you go to how the evaluation of the product. So you tell us how your product was, evaluation of this person. I mean, how has the whole development, what has been the experience, what have you run? So here in the product is what you proposed and what you are delivering. So check that, what you proposed and what you are delivering. Evaluation of the person is what have you run in the process. Evaluation of the process. What have you run as a person? Sorry, here is what have you run as a person, What have you run as a person? And then evaluation of the process. Is there something that you would change on the process? Is there something that you would suggest on the process, the way you did the job and the way you have achieved it? So that is the chapter 7. That's the way it should look. And then once you are done now, this is when now you come back to the introduction. So chapter 1 now we can go to it. And in chapter 1, so this is chapter 1. Now this is where you talk of, this is introduction. So center that. And the introduction now, you give us a detailed overview, detailed one like the one we did, but here it should be more detailed because you already have an idea of the problem and such. So you did the introduction and then you discuss the chapters. So the project, the
Recording
documentation
stopped.
or the report
Recording in
is
progress.
organized as follows. So you have chapter 1. You tell us what is chapter 1 about, a paragraph about that. Chapter 2, what do we expect from chapter 2? Chapter 3, what do we expect from chapter 3? Chapter 4, what do we expect from chapter 4? And so on and so forth. So it is this, and then some conclusion about that. So this is the chapter 1, the way to look at. So an overview, just like we did the one we did on the proposal. But then again, we need it to be a bit detailed, like 2 pages. And then organization of the document. Chapter 1 is about this, a paragraph about what each section is of, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, and so on. Once you are done with that, then this document now will be complete. So you will have your bibliography, you will have your proposal there, the way this guy has done, and then you will have your chapter 7 on evaluation, and then chapter 6 on implementation, and so on. And then this is the document that now I'm looking forward to getting on, is the document that I want to get on second, so that then I can, those ones who will have a complete document, I'll just mark the document, then allow you to present if your document will be okay. If the document is a cartoon, kindly unmute me. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. So if the document is a cartoon, then you will not need, not need to waste time looking at that. Somebody has a comment? Questions or comment? I've just said that we are uploading it by second. You are starting your exams on, I know you are starting exams on 3rd. So I'm talking of second. Second, I should have the whole documentation uploaded online. 2nd midnight. And then once I see that, we'll decide on those who will present. What will the presentation entail? Presentation will entail presenting your solution, the solution that you are creating, the application. So you will have the PowerPoint, present that. Any other question? Any other question? Yeah, waiting for questions so that there's clarity in case you have one. So the presentation will focus on the solution that you have created. And that means when I give you an opportunity to present, notice that I'm saying your documentation is saying something that one would want to see on them. Otherwise, if your documentation is not work, then I'll not waste your time. So that you also don't waste mine. your documentation must be up to a certain stage so that you don't waste my time, I don't waste your time. So a document that is in a poor format, a document that has grammar problem, a document that is not following what I've said, that one I'll not need to waste your time as well, saying something that you have not done. So I'll not be interested. Haya, mi naona kama hakuna swali na mimi sina swali yote or extra comment, niko sawa. Thank you guys.